Hey guys, Paul Morrow with OpsDesk.org here again. So, quick video regarding a story that we're hearing breaking out of California at the American Reproductive Center. Big speculation right now online is what caused it, and was it a car bomb? There's apparently some indicia that it is. Let me just come in with the facts as we know them. First of all, I've been talking to some people who know a lot more about explosives and IED than I do. I've responded to a number of those kinds of jobs. The first thing they're going to try to determine, first thing you're going to do is make sure that nobody needs medical assistance. Obviously, that's the primary thing. Once you've done that and it's cleared of people who might need help, or God forbid, if there are people who went DOA, which I'm hearing that there are, then you're going to have to move on to treating it as a crime scene. But the first thing they're going to do, if you're a bomb tech, is to clear the idea that it was an accident relative to gas. That seems to be the first sort of inclination to look at if, in fact, it was something just inadvertent. They're going to look at the source of the gas, and they're going to look at the debris field. From the debris field and the way the debris is scattered, they can tell, that is, the bomb techs can. They can tell what the source of the explosion was, the potency of it. They also look at the thermal effect. How hot things burned. Did the thing continue to burn? It's an indication of how hot the event was. So, again, these are things that the techs can look at, and they're going to know quite quickly. I think we'll know by the end of today whether or not this thing was some sort of a bomb or whether it was just a gas explosion or something, a boiler blew up or something. It's hard to tell from the photos if the source of the explosion was interior or exterior. There are contraindications each way, and from the photos, it's very difficult to tell. I'm advised that a bomb tech, though, on scene, they're going to be able to determine that quite quickly. Regarding the reports of it being a car bomb, if it was, this is an extraordinarily large IED. It does look, I got to say, it looks a little bit like Oklahoma City, but a much smaller version, obviously. But it has the look of something that detonated in front of the building and scooped out a whole front of the building. And so, it has to remain a possibility, especially according to some of the eyewitness reports that are coming in. Now, there are no indications that I can find, and I have a number of people looking at it, and I've spoken to a number of other people who have experience in this kind of thing. There's no record of people that I can find of people attacking fertility clinics in this way. This is a fertility clinic that, according to online, does not do abortions. I know everybody's thinking abortions. This is kind of abortion adjacent. There's no record of that. There are groups on both the far left and the far right who are opposed to fertility clinics. But I find no history of anyone attacking one, certainly with a bomb of this sort. We have to admit the possibility, however, that if this was an attack, whoever did it might have just confused what a fertility clinic is and what an abortion clinic is. Or they might have some confusion as to whether or not this kind of a clinic does transition surgery or something like that. You could have some real knuckleheadism, although if this was an IED in a car, it's a large one, and it speaks to a certain level of expertise. But even a knucklehead these days can build a bomb with the kind of stuff that's online. So, again, right now, it's possible that it was a mistake. If it was an IED in a car, the techs are going to know that. There'll be remains of the car. The car will be shredded. They're going to be able to tell that quite quickly. But the first thing they're going to look at is this an accident? And even though it's not a restaurant, there could be gas going into the facility. And a gas explosion, if it's an accident, is the most likely culprit. We're tracking the story. I'll be talking about it, I assume, on the air today. But that's the take from here right now. Paul Morrow for the Ops Desk.